Welcome back to Saxthorpe Farms, and we start off with an admission. So in the last episode, I was very confidently saying, "Oh yeah, we could green mow this, and then we'll be able to get another crop planted this year." So said all of that. Absolutely 100% believed in myself that we could. Finished the recording, and then maybe a couple of hours later came back just to give it a try, and nothing happened. Because I'm a massive noob. So you'll see bottom right hand side, growth stage 5 of 6 forage. Now for anybody else using this map and the game as general, it's 6 of 6. What I've done with the help, and he doesn't condone this, with the help of Mr. Disturbed, I have modified the fruit types XML and copied that into the map file and linked it within the map XML. So I've basically adjusted the growth of the stage that I can forage at, lowered that from 6 to 5. Slightly cheaty, possibly, but I think it's quite cool that we can. Now, double crop on Saxthorpe. I'm not going to do it on any other map, but yeah. So thank you, Disturbed, for your help. And yeah, a hands up that I was wrong in the first instance. If you're playing a vanilla map, or indeed probably any mod map that hasn't had a tweak to it, it would be 6 of 6 where you could forage. But yeah, now we can hopefully, he says, hop in to the class, turn on the engine and the mowers, lower them down, and with any luck, aha, it's working, we are green mowing. Lovely jubbly. Now I don't think, let's try a swath drop, whether it'll work or not. No, it doesn't want to. That's fine, I can handle that. So we're going to need the windrower as well, but I'm not too fussed about that. That's alright with me. At least we can do what we said we were going to in the first place. So yeah, my apologies. I was being a complete noob, and yeah, but I'm honest about it, So I'm hoping that let's start that again. What I'm going to do is we'll do the headland. We'll do 2 headlands. We'll grab the windrower. We will row it up, and then we'll collect it with the forage wagon, just to make sure everything is as it should be. And then we can stick it in the pit. I was thinking about baling it, but I think it'd be more, not easier, but more fun to do it in the pit, maybe. A little bit of grass there. So yeah, we're going to silage it in the pit. So yeah, let's get some headlands done, and we'll grab a windrower. So just finishing this second headland, and it's worth also saying that I've only changed it for barley. Haven't done it for any of the other crops. So yeah, only barley that has been modified. Now, will the... Let's have a quick look. Turn that off and remind myself. Let's have a quick look in the sales. No. The windrower needs 115 horsepower. Marvellous. We can get the John Deere for that then. Here is said John Deere. Now, where did I put the windrower? Can I remember? There it is. Marvellous. So yeah, only barley, and I might, depending on how much we get off of this field, we might not do the second field of barley. I think that's fair. Like I say, I've got no idea what we're going to end up with, but we'll give it a whirl. First time I've done the old crop, was it crops? Green mowing? For crops? For, no, I'm talking whole crop silage. There we go. There we go. Got the terminology finally right. Let's get this beast unfolded. Now, the good thing about the sort of edge of the field, well, this one at least anyway, is that it's not actually mowable grass, it seems. So it doesn't get confused when you're mowing. So that's a good thing. Right. Now, lower that down. Wait for that to drop a bit. There we go. So what we're going to do is we'll just run along here. We'll then jump into the New Holland and just check that everything is as it should be. So we'll leave that there. New Holland. Does that need to be unfolded? No, that's good. Now let's turn that on and lower it down, and everybody cross your fingers. Yes. So you can see bottom right, that is the icon or that we want. So I forget the name of it, but it's like whole crop, and then that'll basically ferment into whole crop silage. So what we can do now is we'll leave that there. Get back into the JCB. Get back into the John Deere. We can lose the F1 menu. We can continue with the windrowing. Marvellous. I love it when a plan comes together. Albeit it's not quite as I'd intended. But yeah, I thought, you know, I've made the statement. We can make it work. So yeah, so why not, really? It's, I was going to say call me cheaty, but please don't. It's not very nice, is it? Right, let's, we'll windrow as much as we can. As in, we're not going to go around and grab the 1.5 sort of swaths. So we'll merge all this lot, and then we'll start to pick it up, and yeah, see how much we get off of 1 and a bit headlands. So before we pick any more of the whole crop up, we're already at 10%, and we've gone that far. I see now why Disturbed said what he said to me. I think it was probably I don't know if it was a comment or a private message on Discord, but it was, you might just need to do the headlands. Now I understand. Hey, you know, hey, it's not hay, it's whole crop. Ha. Yeah. We might have a fair old bit here. Now, it's all going to, you know, obviously it depends on yield for the different parts of the field. My poetry really is just out of this world. Yeah. So definitely think that we don't need to do the other field for whole crop. So, but I think we will do all of this, and Yeah, I think. I mean, we are not even going to get to the end. No. Yeah. Place your bets now for how many 1,000 litres we get. Yeah, so definitely not going to whole crop the other field this year. Maybe... I'm just thinking aloud now. Maybe as a rule or a guideline is that we can only, I don't know, maybe keep the silage for a year. So that we do need to keep making it. I don't know. What do you reckon to that? Is that daft? You know, sort of anything that we don't use, we have to sell or just get rid of. You know, we could just, once it's fermented, if you paint into a silo with the terrain painting tools, then it'll get rid of it. But I don't know. I can't make my mind up because I didn't think we'd get as much as we are. I should have listened better. So yeah, let me know what you reckon on that one. So we'll try and keep this relatively neat. There we go. That's not too shabby. Yeah. So I think we're definitely going to get 2 trailers off the headland, which is be 92,000 litres. But yeah, until I guess really, until we get an idea, I keep saying we a lot, until we get an idea of what the sheep actually consume, we're not going to know how much we'll need for a year. So, bit of an experiment, really. I know you could probably look, well, you could look in the XML and work it out, I suppose, but I'm not that, what was the word? Fussed. You know, if we've got enough, we've got enough. If we haven't, we haven't, and we'll sort something else to feed them with. But yeah, this is, yeah, it's a bigger job than one thought. Well, we got another full load in the forage wagon, and there's a little bit up the top of the corner that I've left, and we'll drag that into the windrows as we do the main body of the field. I think it's weird doing this. I've seen Disturb do it. I've seen a couple of like shorts or whatever of it being done with, you know, the big forage harvesters with the sort of mowing header on the front. But to actually be doing it, it seems quite destructive and counterintuitive that you've grown something to this point to then just mow it. But it obviously works and it's a thing. So yeah, it just feels odd. Yeah, I guess, yeah, first time doing it, I suppose, so it is bound to. I am not sure whether or not these mowers actually have the capability to swath. Now, I would have thought that it wouldn't actually show it if they had. Where are you going? There we go. But yeah, I mean, it's no biggie, but if we were doing like grass straight for silage, then it would be a bit of a pain, really. I mean, we could have skipped a step with this if we'd have got ones that swath. And it shows the option there. It says selected work mode swath drop-in. But I guess if the mowers don't swath, then that's not going to work, is it? But yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen green mowing being done with and a swath being dropped. So, never mind. Extra step, but it pads the video out. I'm joking. I'm sure we can make long enough videos as it is without needing an extra step. As you'll have seen if you watched last week's Oaks episode, that was nearly an hour. But yeah, I couldn't really... I suppose I could have condensed it down, but hey, well, it is what it is. So yeah, I mean, it's cool. I like it. I can't say any more than that. It's another process that, you know, that we're trying out and getting our head around. Yeah, it's quite cool. I'm enjoying it. Suppose my other justification, and I'm chuckling because it sounds like I am sort of making excuses, I guess. But how in real life would you know when a crop was ready to whole crop? There's lots of crops in there, but obviously harvest ready is I guess relatively straightforward, in the sense that it, you know, you can see if the plants are still green. Obviously that's no good. You can do the old moisture check, but how would you know that it's at the right stage to forage? Actually, that can, if you are watching and you know, please do comment and inform me if you wouldn't mind. Now, one thing I have noticed about this setup, and the more and more I use the mowers, they look lovely, but I keep finding little things. If I lower down, the front one seems really, really low. That sounds daft, maybe, but it's sort of like almost lifting the front wheel slightly if you try and turn. Yeah, so these may need to be replaced, potentially. Potentially. Don't know why I dipped into a Scottish accent then. But, yeah, just a bit odd. So, yeah, but, like I say, if you do know, that would be a marvellous, and if you could tell me, just, you know, just for my sort of information, you know, is it, I don't know. I don't know what it could be. I'm not, believe it or not. Oh, that was a bit of a schoolboy error. Yeah, definitely not a farmer. So yeah, it'd be cool to understand how you do know when it's ready to forage. So mowing done and windrowing well underway. I meant to mention as well that, so obviously, maybe not obviously, you can see the field to the right of us over there. Finished the hay off on that. Now the number that we've got in time saving stock check is not quite accurate because I've got some left on a trailer, but you can see we've got 182,000 litres sat on the deck, and I think there's 11, maybe 12 bales on the back of the trailer. So yeah, we've got quite a lot. So I'm not sure what to do with the other grass field. We might... Well, we've got two, haven't we? Got the smaller one that we sowed over in the distance there, and we've got the massive one there. So, yeah, I need to have a think about that. I think one more could be hay. Pretty alright with that. Don't necessarily think it needs to be the big one. I think that might be better off as silage, potentially. Bit of a cash boost. Or we make a... I nearly said a rude word. We make a massive amount of hay, and then we've got it, we can store it, or we could flog it if we wanted to, maybe. But yeah, I think, you know, we're going to be in a rather good place, I think. So let's get that lowered down. I'm just trying to keep the last, that sort of headland intact, as it'd be easy to pick it up because it won't be a massive windrow, but we may come unstuck at that bit there, but we'll see. Right, I'll do this awkward corner and I'll see you when we're finishing off the rest of the field. So last of the awkward runs, and then we got one nice long straight run up to finish the field. And there we go. Now we do just catch the hedge a little bit. But luckily we don't do any damage. I just keep laughing to myself. I think that I can honestly say, right, I think what I'm doing first and then talk. Lower down, right. I can honestly say I'm really enjoying the recording and stuff at the minute. I think I was getting a little bit stale in just doing lots of recordings on one map. You can sort of get, I don't know, into a bit of a rut, I suppose. But now what I'm doing is I'm actually recording sort of in the order that they'll release, videos release. So I'm playing a different map every day, at least. So yeah, it's cool. I am loving it at the minute, and I've just had, talking of jump into another map, I've just had a message from Disturbed saying he's all mine when he's let the dogs out. So that means we are going to Diddley. So I will finish this and then I'll be off down the country. And then we will rejoin once we've got the forage wagon picking up the whole crop again. So for you, as I've said before, it is a matter of seconds. But for me, it'll be a couple of hours. So I'll see you in a little bit. Well, we're back. Slightly longer than anticipated for me. But yeah, it's actually 2 days now. So first part of this was recorded on Friday afternoon. And now it is Sunday afternoon. So I don't know, and we're going to try it, but I don't know if the whole crop and the forage wagon works with silage additives. So we have purchased ourselves some and we will give it a whirl. Doing an awful job of getting lined up on the row. So since Friday, get my head straight in a minute, SAXTHORPE episode 8 released and had some helpful comments and clarifications and suggestions. So it does seem to be working and going down, so that's good. We're going to get even more. What I am going to do is we're going to get this lot done. I might not compact it all in the video because that's a tedious process, let's say. But what we will do, I think, is start to try and get the rest of the feeder bars filled for the sheep. So we've got a couple of ways of doing that, and I'm just looking at me sheet of the from the Maize Plus manual, and we can hopefully start to put some potatoes in, some beets, and we might actually then go and do a bit of it's not cheaty grazing, but if we stick the front mower on without the conditioner and mow some fresh grass, pick it up with the forage wagon, we can then put that into the trough, and that will feed all of the sliders that we can't satisfy from our own crops at the minute. So I think that's going to be the plan, because obviously the quicker we get their health up, better they're going to be. Wool, reproduction, all that good stuff will benefit. So we are 84% full already. I'm quite glad it uses the silage additive, actually. That's a handy little test for myself more than anything. So that's all good. We can probably we've got enough. I think we've got 60 litres, I think the pallets are. I have repaired, you'll see as well, the New Holland. That cost quite a bit. But we might as well do it while we've got the money. So we'll get this lot tipped. And I reckon there's probably what? So 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 loads left on the field. So yeah, we're going to have quite a bit of whole crop silage. So load number 4 or 5. I'm losing track. You'll see we've got the class with a leveler and a compactor on the back, and it's doing a rather good job. Now we bring up the old 225,000 litres nearly. Now, before, on the last run, this detected us and it folded itself up and moved out the way. Maybe we need to be more sort of in line with the pit for it to do it. I don't know. But yeah, it worked before. I was hoping for the same, hence the beeping and the beacons on. That's what we did before, and it got its attention. Whether it'll do it now, we'll see. It's going out its way a bit. Yes, there you go. Look, it's folding up. And it'll move out the way. I do like that. So I'm wondering whether it's something in how you set the course for auto drive. Whether if you have the sort of reverse point bang in front of the bunker far enough away that it gives course play time to notice it, maybe. Yeah, I wonder. Bit of a test there, maybe. The only thing we're doing it like this is it does push it all to the back of the bunker, which is a bit of a nuisance for compacting, but at the same time it's doing a good job with the old levelling, so yeah, can't grumble. Right, that should now leap back into action. Yes, it is. Job's a good one. So we can do beacons off. There we go. So we're getting through it. There is a lot more here than anticipated, but I'm not too fussed. Rather that than have to go and do another field like this. But yeah, it's all good. So today is Sunday, which is Remembrance Sunday, and we did our little tribute yesterday. That was cool. Watched Mr. CDP's video this morning. That man has such a way with words. You know, he gets some stick, but you know, he just speaks the truth, doesn't he, really? You know, there is stuff going on in the world still, you know, and I'm not going into it, but whatever your thoughts on stuff, there are people still serving to keep us safe. So yeah, it is about remembrance, and like he said, it's also about a certain level of thanks. So yeah, very, very cool video, and a brilliant ending. So if you've not watched it, go and watch it. Yeah, that's all I've got to say about that one. So we are getting through the old silage additive, and it's about a litre-ish per load. So we started off with 10 litres, we're down to 4. So yeah, this would be the 6th load. Yeah. Which at 46 something thousand litres a time is all good. I'm liking whole crop. Very, very cool, especially if, you know, if you were to do it with, say, horseplay and auto drive, you know, carting and delivering. Could be quite a cool automated process. But I'm actually enjoying, for the first time, doing it the whole process ourselves. So we've got There's probably one more load, I reckon. Maybe one and a bit. Because the longer runs, you do tend to fill up rather quickly. Like I did one long run and it was about 70-something% of the forage wagon. So we'll go get this tipped. We'll come back, pick the rest up, and we'll see what the total was. Then we'll grab the front mower and we'll go and get some fresh grass cut. I think we might need to purchase ourselves a bucket as well for the New Holland. Give the old beat to let the worker know we're here. Yeah, I can't remember if we've got a bucket or not yet, but we will see. Look at that. Working like an absolute dream. That is 3 for 3 now. I'm well happy with that. So let's get this tipped. Yeah, so I'll get this tipped. We'll go and pick the last load up. We'll leave the worker running because it's not going to hurt. And yeah, we'll start to get the sheep fed and get all the bars filled for their food. Well, I think this is probably, without bragging, one of the only times I've managed to get that to work consistently. So whether it is just because we're doing it sort of not on auto drive maybe, and I don't know, it can pick us up a little bit better or what, I'm really not sure. But there we go, we've got 2 litres left in there for some reason, but whatever. Right, so let's get this out of the way. We'll park that up. In fact, we can, just the weight we want to drop off, isn't it, for now? We'll put that there. Somebody's left the mower very handily so we can get it. There we go, get that attached and just check. So that's without conditioner, lovely. Right, so we'll park that there for now. We'll grab the New Holland. We've got all the gates shut, yes we have. Right, we'll sort ourselves a bucket and then we'll look to get these sheep fed a bit better than they are now. So the first thing that we are gonna, I say try, is sugar beet. So I think now that they should just, there you go, accept that. So if we take a look, which one are we on? You'll see there, moisture food, 20%. Jobs are good, and so we'll do, I reckon if we do 3 buckets, no, that's, we'll do 2 buckets in each pasture or pen, and then we'll go and do the old fresh grass, I think. So that's good that that's working. We might actually mix it up just slightly and do 1 beet, 1 potato, just to check. I think I've, from memory, I'm pretty sure that one of the quite early updates for Maize Plus, they made it so it was not just sugar beet and potato cut, it was also the solid product of both. So we'll give this a whirl with the spuds and then I'll do the other 2 off camera, and then we'll grab the New Holland and go and mow a bit of a headland on one of the pastures. Ooh, power slide. I think we may end up possibly looking for a bigger capacity bucket. No, did I not change it? Oh, that's interesting. Need to have a look at that then. My mistake. There you go. Right, let's see if we can grab most of that. Head to the other side and grab the rest. And then it'll be a sugar beet all round for this episode. go. Get that lot picked up there as well. Come on. Gotta love the old leveling function. Maybe what I need to do is to... I don't actually think I've tweaked anything yet on this save for the animal food. Get that there. That'll do. Maybe I just need to update Base Plus so it we don't get that levelly function. I think that's probably going to be a good shout. Right, I'll get these tipped back into the bunker. I'll get the beets sorted out, and then I'll see you when we are mowing for some fresh grass. So, finished with the feeding of the beets, and we are now in our large grass field. So, yeah, this is just fresh grass. You can see 3 water droplets. We're only going to need to do... I was just resetting yield maps. We're only going to need about 20... How's that different? Oh, 20... So 15... 10... So 25,000 litres, 30,000 litres maybe. So yeah, we're just going to be pottering around the headland. But yeah, it's quite... Obviously I've seen this done, but never done it on my own, I'm going to say, because I think this is the way we did things potentially on Diddley Squat, Chipping Norton. But yeah, it's... I mean, we're filling up reasonably quickly considering we're only using a single mower. Don't think the... Is the silage additive? The silage additive is actually helping again. So yeah, that was worth the 2 and a bit grand it was we paid. Need to remember where I've left that actually and go and retrieve it. But yeah, I think so. Next time what we might do is we may look to try not to miss bits in the corners. We may look to get the field we've just done. Was it field 30? Says, let's have a look. Yeah, field 30. See if we can get that turned around again for our double cropping. And then really it's just a case of having a look what else we need to be planting, drilling, etc. In the remainder of our fields that have got nothing in yet. Because obviously that's something we need to look at. But it's been quite cool to spend, well, several hours sorting the food out for the sheep. What I'm probably going to do is update Maize Plus, I think, and change the oh, what's it called? Animal food additions. So it will accept whole potatoes. I think that's quite reasonable to do. And just double check, yeah, that I haven't made a daft mistake with that one. So what did I say we needed? 25,000 litres. We may as well finish the headland, because if we're going to move another day, then we can always feed the rest of what's in the wagon. So let's get this done, and we'll go and feed it to the sheep. So we ended up with one headland's worth was 32,716. We are at 280 something thousand litres of whole crop, which is pretty good to be fair. So what we should be able to do now, it shouldn't matter which one we go to first, so we'll go this way. If we pull around, it should work this side, he says, famous last words. Yeah, there we go. So let's just make sure we're on animals and we'll hit I. There you go. And that is updating that one. And that's full. So you can see it's done protein, it's done moisture food, it's topped up more moisture food, and it's done power food. That's all good. They're sorted. And if we go to the next one, does need to be a little bit more landscaping done in some areas. We should be able to top these up as well. And then we'll call it a day. There we go. Get that unloading. And then you can watch that shoot up. Everything's good. Job is a good one. Right. I've quite enjoyed that. I say that most episodes, don't I? But I suppose that's a good thing. So yeah, we can use what we've got left in the wagon when we've skipped to the next day. But yeah, next time we will sort out that field that we've just whole cropped, get another crop planted in there, take a look at the rest of our fields and see what we need to plant or drill, and maybe do some more grass work. We will see. I do want to have a little play with the mowers to see if indeed they can swath, and if not, we might need to change them, because that could save ourselves a process. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.